Hi, I'm Dylan Stockman. I'm here today to talk to you about unemployment. In the United States, there's over 4.3% of Americans that are unemployed. You may have people in your family, I know I do for instance, that are unemployed. You may also encounter unemployed folk out in public too. I plan to further cover and explain to you my thoughts on unemployment as well as the effect it has on our country and around the globe without choosing a side of the argument or giving my opinions, but in a form of stating facts. To now look into, we will start on what employment is and how this takes place around the United States. As I stated earlier, over 4.3% of the United States, as we know it, is unemployed. As of March 7, 2017, it was said that the unemployed to employed ratio was 59.7%. This is a vast number for unemployed Americans and is the reason why some businesses simply don't succeed. One way I feel unemployment affects the world is by less people are working due to current layoff status and then cannot afford to pay taxes, which next puts them in a bad standing to the government. One question that usually pops into my head when I think about unemployment is, do you think something like this could spread? To simply answer that question, yes, I do feel like something like unemployment is something that could spread. One way, for example, that I feel unemployment could spread is if when people get laid off, that job might startle others even as much as them not even attempting to apply. Another way I feel unemployment could affect us, or could spread, is if jobs were to go overseas. We wouldn't have jobs here, so people simply would go unemployed. Next, I'll move on and tie into on how I feel unemployment plays a role in our everyday lives. For some of us, unemployment may play a big role in our everyday lives, and we do not even realize or take note of it. When we go throughout our day, we may not notice, but unemployment is all around us. From the people walking around you at various stores to the people applying at that very McDonald's you buy your burger at, it is always surrounding you. You may not think depression is a factor of unemployment, but recent studies have shown a very small percentage of people who see others getting laid off, which then might cause depression and make them so much as quit themselves. It is said to be that one of the top ways unemployment affects us is by depression. For us, it's not really something we want to happen, but it's always that fear stuck in the back of our head. More ways I feel unemployment might affect people is they may feel like they're working too hard for what they're getting paid. This may cause anger, and also if they're not getting paid as much as they should be, this may be a sign of the store getting ready to shut down. This overall may cause anger combined with stress and enrage the employees enough to quit. To start with next, I will explain more about unemployment and how I feel it takes place in our country. It is very hard to estimate how the unemployment rates will increase or decrease over the next years, but I feel that it will remain steady. One big simple reason unemployment affects our country is if people are not making money, then they're simply not spending it. Most of our unemployment occurs when stores shut down. This then leads to a massive amount of employees going unemployed, left with no job and no way to make money. Going back into unemployment spreading, if one store shuts down and loses employees, this could later also lead to other places closing down too. Some people may feel like unemployment is something that happens too often in the United States, but I myself feel like it evens everything out. When you think about it, it's better that some of us are unemployed so not everyone is trying out for the same job to make money that the company cannot afford to pay you. To glance over what I have explained, I have told you about unemployment as well as how it affects our everyday lives and also how it takes place in our country. In conclusion, some may think the unemployment rate in the United States is fairly high, but I feel like it's just right. Now that I have covered unemployment and not only how it affects us, but our country too, I hope you furthermore understand it. So why should you all care about unemployment? I feel that it is the way that people with jobs stay on their toes. They always have that fear in the back of their mind of being let off. Unemployment has grown vastly over the years, but with new jobs underway every day and more slots being open to the public, I feel it will increase. Thank you.